Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Season number 101 of the NFL might have been the most unconventional yet, but we have made it through together, and now the eyes of the sporting world fall on us here tonight, as it is the night we crown a champion. And all of us here at EA Sports so proud to bring you Super Bowl 55 from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's a matchup full of intrigue. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And, Charles, we know how difficult it is to go back-to-back in the NFL. Few have succeeded in doing so. But here are the Kansas City Chiefs, champions of the AFC yet again, trying to lift that Lombardi Trophy.
Remember, this is a franchise that played in the first ever Super Bowl. Then they ended up winning Super Bowl IV, which was 50 years prior to winning Super Bowl 54. They didn't want to wait another 50 years, so they went ahead and made it back this year. What a great run for this Kansas City team.
Meanwhile, the Buccaneers are back in the Super Bowl for just the second time in franchise history. I know one thing, they'd love a repeat of that first appearance.
Would they ever? That was 2003 in San Diego, and it was Super Bowl 37. They were the underdogs coming in against the Oakland Raiders, and they flogged the Raiders in that game, 48-21. You know what I remember most about that? John Gruden was the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but he'd previously been the head coach of the Oakland Raiders. And during practice leading up to the game, he would play scout team quarterback and tell the defense all the characteristics and mannerisms of the Raiders quarterback, Rich Gannon, and had his defense totally prepared. And boy, did they play well and won their first Super Bowl title.
It's been a trying year for everybody, but the tradition continues. Super Bowl 55, away we go from Tampa. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team that wins.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Brady. And break, the tight end's got it. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
There it is, partner. Brady to Gronk. their first connection of the game.
You think those two often in sync?
I don't think there's any question about it. And look, we know Gronk has a whole lot of fun, but he's deadly serious about his football, as is Tom Brady. Two great competitors, two fantastic players.
Brady's throw going to be caught by Bray. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Brady to throw again. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. That's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Now Brady again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Again, it's Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. They gotta love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
We know the arm strength is certainly there. He's got a big-time cannon for an arm, and that's not a surprise. He's the son of a former Major League pitcher, so the bloodlines come into play. The biggest question for Patrick Mahomes, can he harness that big arm, develop the touch that's needed, and carry his team towards the playoffs?
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And again, it's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Shaquille Barrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could. But let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Chiefs 3.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And we will start at the 25 as Barner will not return it. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fournette on the counter. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Shotgun now for Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Brady. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Buccaneers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Well, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Point try now for Succop. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So a nice drive put together. In 9 plays. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And this now 3rd and 11 after that second down completion actually went back a yard. Mahomes going to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Mahomes now on first down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a draw play. This is Bell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Mahomes' pass caught by Watkins. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Kansas City.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Watkins, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down. That's the end of the first
After
quarter.
one, a 14-3 ball game.
14. Chiefs 3.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now here's Mahomes. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 38. Butker's kick here is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And we will start at the 25 as Barner will not return it.
25-yard line.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The tackle by Damian Wilson.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Brady gives this one off to Jones. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Operating from the gun, Brady. He's got Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Brady over the middle to Evans. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Brady now on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Brady to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
One back in the game. That's Jones. Second and goal. Again, it's Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Suck up for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
When you're struggling on the offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Brady. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Here's Hardman to return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. He'll give this to Bell. And, boy, this defense again making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Taken down right now.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. It's 4th down and goal at the 4-yard line.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight from the right hash, and this one just a chip in. Butker's kick here is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. Chiefs 9. So So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Kenyon Barner on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Well, here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Shotgun now for Brady. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of the Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Brady. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. 23 yards the pickup there.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Again, they'll throw with Brady. This will be caught at about the 6. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now Brady again. Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point try now for Succop. And that one makes this a 19-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumbled on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw, and that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire, finding some room at midfield. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front, as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. This will make it into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Oh, the he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. You see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here. It's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I don't like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! The 4th touchdown pass in the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Succop for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. 26-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell.
Complete to Le'Veon
Well,
Bell.
offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And Fournette with a 1st down carry as he works his way forward for a nice pickup of about 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Fournette. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. It's caught. Jones.
That's good.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Brady on target there to Godwin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It's now third.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Brady. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They go back to the ground with Jones. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. To throw, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Not much there, only a yard.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Throwing now is Mahomes. A screen to Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion. But you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and that will come the offense as they take over. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. A run with Fournette there as he'll push this forward for about 4 on first down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Jones. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
He was brought down by
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's got Evans. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Brady.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Again, it's Jones. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 18-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Number 53, Mike 53.
Now Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Brady. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. But now it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Shotgun now for Brady. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Extra point try now for Succop. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
45 to my head. Coming to you.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Brings up.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Let's get out the field, defense. 45.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
45's the mark. Bang.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That one complete to Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And again, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll get this underneath to Bell. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
45.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Check 45.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and the Buccaneers have it.
Tom Brady sacked.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
53 's the mark. 53. Check 53.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Brady. He gets it to Brown. Complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Super Bowl 55 hitting the home stretch. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. We own it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
53 is the mark.
On first down, Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.